is day 138 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on here at Codecademy with a new course. We just finished Java yesterday. Yeah, this guy. Good. And now we get to dive into SQL. As a side note, we completed Git much earlier on in this whole process. It was recommended to complete for, it was either command line or deploy a website. Maybe it was make a website. It was within this block, kind of towards the beginning. So one of these courses recommended we use Git or no Git before diving into that. I think it was deploy a website. We conquered that earlier. We finished Ruby and the Rails nightmare. We just conquered Java 100% of the way through yesterday. So now we're into basically the final sections of Codecademy. We've got Learn SQL. That's only 3 hours. SQL table transformation, 5, and then SQL analyzing business metrics, 2 hours. So a lot of short courses. PHP is only 4, and Learn the Watson API is also only 4. I'm trying to figure out if we're going to squeeze in the 2 newer courses they added, the Learn JavaScript Control Flow and Learn Responsive Design, in between PHP and Learn the Watson API, or if we're just going to put those new courses after the Watson API. We'll figure that out closer to when we do PHP. I guess the other option is to do it after SQL, but we'll see. We will see. In the meantime, Learn SQL or SQL, or my favorite, Squeakquel. Yes, good. What did they have for their little anecdote out here? Learn to communicate with databases using SQL, the standard data management language. Good times. Overview, course outcomes. In this course, you'll learn how to communicate with relational databases through SQL. You'll learn and practice with 4 projects how to manipulate data, build queries that communicate with more than one table. Why learn SQL? We live in a data-driven world now. With all that data, people have to search through it to find insights to help inform strategy, marketing, operations, and a plethora of other categories. There are a ton of businesses that use large relational databases, which makes basic understanding of SQL is a great employable skill. Is that? Use large relational databases, which makes basic understanding of SQL. I think they mean which makes a basic understanding of SQL a great employable skill, not only for data scientists, but for almost everyone. So yeah, we're just going to chalk that up to a grammatical nightmare. Course developed in partnership with Periscope data. I wonder if that's kind of like the GitHub one where we're using things outside of Codecademy, possibly. Let's find out. Let's look at the catalog. We're hunting. Java, deploy website. Let's check you. Deploy website. Angular. Did we have to go outside of Codecademy for Angular? I don't think we did. Check out Git. Open link. Yeah, no special anecdotal things. Oh, you know what? Overview. Let's see. No, nothing at the bottom. Not like this guy. Below. Why learn? What about Git? Nothing. Interesting. Oh no, sneezy stuff. Oh. That was close. That was close. Our face almost blew up all over the screen. Danger zone. Danger zone. That is why we have our emergency sneeze rag to our side at the ready to save the children. Okay. Closing out of that, closing the database, closing the catalog, looking at the syllabus. There are 4 sections and my face. Don't mind me. We gotta deal with this. It's just, I can feel it. It's impending doom. Yeah. We're alive. Barely. Barely. Yeah. Crisis. Not quite averted. Dear God. Okay. Oh. Good. 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 Okay. What are we doing? Before we started taking on water. There was face spewing, and then there was going through the syllabus. Right. Okay. The syllabus for Learn SQL, we've got manipulation, queries, aggregate functions, and multiple tables. Under section 1, we've got 1 lesson. That's part of the free non-pro access to the site. We've got queries, single lesson, aggregate functions, yet again, another single one, and multiple tables. So, we will try, let's see how long this section is. 1, manipulation. That's what SQL starts off with. Let's dive right into it, actually. For these large sections, small, okay. 10, 1 out of 10, not terrible. Awful. I'm an abomination. Got the lung capacity of an 80-year-old man. Okay. SQL, Structured Query Language, is a programming language designed to manage data stored in relational databases. SQL operates through simple, declarative statements. This keeps data accurate and secure and helps maintain the integrity of databases regardless of size. Also, yes, 1 through 10. Good. Regardless of size. There we are. The SQL language is widely used today across the web frameworks and database applications. Knowing SQL gives you the freedom to explore your data and the power to make better decisions. By learning SQL, you will also learn concepts that apply to nearly every data storage system. The statements covered in this course use SQLite, or maybe it's SQLite, 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 SQLite. It's got to be SQLite. Relational Database Management System. Wow, RDBMS. That is, we gotta work on a better SQL RDBMS. That's like half the acronym will need its own acronym, right? That's not any fun. Someone needs to work on that. You can learn more about RDBMS here. SQL RDBMS, a brief overview of common relational database management system. Background. Relational database management systems A relational database management system, RDBMS, is a program that lets you create, update, and administer relational database. Most relational database management systems use SQL to access the database. There are more similarities than differences between RDBMS, but the SQL syntax may be slightly different depending on which RDBMS you're using. Here's a brief description of popular types of RDBMS. What do we got ourselves into? Okay. Do we go through these now? We should go through these now. Here's a brief description. SQLite. SQLite is a popular open source SQL database. It is able to store an entire database in a single file. One of the biggest advantages this provides is that all of the data can be stored locally without having to connect your database to a server. SQLite is a popular choice for databases in cell phones, PDAs, MP3 players, set-top boxes, and other electronic gadgets. The SQL course on Codecademy also uses SQLite. MySQL is the most popular open source SQL database. It's typically used for web application developments, often accessed using PHP. The main advantages of MySQL are that it's easy to use, inexpensive, reliable, and has been around since 1995, and has a large community of developers who can help answer questions. Some of the disadvantages are that it's been known to suffer from poor performance when scaling. Open source development has lagged since Oracle has taken control of MySQL, or MySQL, and it does not include some of the advanced features that developers may be used to. Oh god, what is this? Hold on, don't mind me. Also, I realize I don't even have chat open. There's a lack of chat on my phone. There we go. Chatted. What the deuce? Why are we over here and not... Oh, right. We opened up the link. Ha, I forgot. Story time. Who knows? Raise your hand if you can say this. Post-SQL? What is that? What's the grammatical breakdown? The phonetic breakdown? That's what we're looking for. The phonetic breakdown of this. We've got the post bit. PostgreSQL. I don't like it. Is an open source SQL database that is not controlled by any corporation. It is typically used for web application development. Post something shares many of the same advantages of MySQL. It's easy to use, inexpensive, reliable, and has a large community of developers. It also provides some additional features, such as foreign key support without requiring complex configuration. The main disadvantage of I don't know. I don't use that word in my day-to-day vocab / conversations. The main disadvantage of PostSQL, yep, that's what we're sticking with, is that it's slower in performance than other databases such as MySQL. Interesting. So, as a side note, well, it's also less popular than MySQL, which makes it harder to come by hosts or service providers that offer managed PostSQL instances. I wonder if it suffers from the same scaling issues that they mentioned here. And if it does, the fact that it's slower in general, even when it's not scaled to a very large size, it just seems like it'd be even more of a nightmare when this gets scaled to something large. So, bad times across the board, possibly? We'll see. Oracle DB. Oracle DB is owned by the Oracle Corporation, and the code is not open sourced. Oracle is used for large applications, particularly in the banking industry. Most of the world's top banks run Oracle applications because Oracle offers a powerful combination of technology and comprehensive pre-integrated business applications, including key functionality built specifically for banks. The main disadvantage of using Oracle is that it's not free to use like its open source competitors and can be quite expensive. SQL Server, yes, SQL Server is owned by Microsoft. Like Oracle DB, the code is also closed source. SQL Server is mainly used by large enterprise applications. The major difference between Oracle and SQL Server is that SQL Server only supports the Windows operating systems. Microsoft offers a free entry-level version called Express, but can become very expensive as you scale your application. Okay. Let's see. What are we looking for? We are looking for We're looking for the lesson. We are backing out of that. Good. Story time dealt with. You can also access a glossary of all SQL commands taught in this course here, which we are going to go ahead and look at now. Oh, death. Why is there such a lack of oxygen in this room? Background. SQL, Structured Query Language, is a programming language designed to manage data stored in relational databases. SQL operates through simple declarative statements. This keeps data accurate and secure and helps maintain the integrity of databases regardless of size. Here's an appendix of commonly used commands. Commands: alter table, table name, and add a column data type. Alter table lets you add columns to a table in a database, and select column names from table where column 1 equals value 1 and column 2 equals value 2, and is an operator that combines two conditions. Both conditions must be true for the row to be included in the result set. As: select column as alias from table name. As is a keyword in SQL that allows you to rename a column or table using an alias. AVG: select AVG column from table name. AVG is an aggregate function that returns the average value for a numeric column. Between: select column names from table where column name between value 1 and 2. The between operator is used to filter the set with a certain range within a certain range. The values can be numbers, text, dates. Count: select count column name from table name. Count is a function that takes the name of a column as an argument and counts the number of rows where the column is not null. Create table. Create table, table name, column 1 data type, column 2 data type, column 3 data type. Create table creates new table in the database. It allows you to specify the name of the table and the name of each column of table. Delete. You know what? Should we be going through all of this? I think so. This is fine. I don't mind. Yay, story time. Be excited, damn it. Okay, delete. Delete from table where some column equals some value. Delete statements are used to remove rows from a table. Group by: select count, asterisk. From table name, group by column name. Group by is a clause in SQL that's only used with aggregate functions. It is used to it is used in collaboration with the select statement to arrange identical data into groups. Inner join. Oh, so very little oxygen. Death. So graceful, right? This is just awful. Inner join. Select column names from table 1, join table 2 on table 1 name equals table 2 column name. An inner join will combine from different tables if the join condition is true. Insert two table names, column 1, column 2, column 3 values, column 1, 2, and 3. Insert statements are used to add a new row to a table, like select column names from table name where column name like pattern, like is a special operator used within the where clause to search for a specific pattern in a column. Limit: select column names from table name, limit number. Limit is a clause that lets you specify the maximum number of rows of the result will have. Limit is a clause that lets you specify the maximum number of rows the result set will have. Okay, so like the top 50 rows or the top 15 rows. Good. Max select max column name from table name. Max is a function that will take the name of a column as an argument and return the largest value in that column. Minimum, probably the opposite. Select minimum column name from table name. Minimum is a function that takes the name of a column as an argument and returns the smallest value in that column. Or select column name from table name where column name equals value 1 or column name value 2, or is an operator that filters the result set to only include rows where either condition is true. Order by. Select column name from table name. Order by column name. ASC what? Ascending D. Yes, that's a vertical. I couldn't figure out if that was an L, lowercase l, or capital I. It's neither. That is a vertical bar for ascending or descending. There we go. So order by, select column name from table name, order by column, ascending or descending. Order by is a clause that indicates you want to sort the result by a particular column, either alphabetically or numerically. Promisified, definitely promisified. Called a pipe, I think, and I believe you are correct. Yes, pipe thingy is the scientific term. Also, welcome, promisified. Promisified? That's gotta be it. Outer join. We're almost to end the thing. I think it is good that they did include the glossary thing right here at the beginning of it, so don't mind me. Outer join, select column name. Select column names from table 1, left join table 2, on table 1 dot column name equals table 2 column name. An outer join will combine rows from different tables even if the join condition is not met. Every row in the left table is returned in the result set, and if the join condition is not met, then the null values are used to fill in the columns on the right table. Select round column name integer. Thank you. Yeah, you got it. Awesome. Good. Okay. We /I struggle with usernames. Something they didn't warn us about at TwitchCon before you get into streaming. They're like, oh yeah, lots of stuff is hard. No, the usernames are difficult. That's what I struggle with, but that is a totally separate tangent. Round. Select round, column name integer from table name. Round is a function that takes a column name and an integer as an argument. It rounds the values in the column to the number of the decimal places specified by integer. Pretty straightforward. Select. Okay, select column name from tables. The select statements are used to fetch data from a database. Every query will begin with select. Important. Good. Noted. Select distinct. Select distinct column from table name. Select distinct specifies that the statement is going to be a query that returns unique values in the specified columns. Sum. Select sum column name from table name. Sum is a function that takes the name of a column as an argument and returns the sum of all the values in that column. Update. Update table. Set sum column equals some value where some column equals some value. Update statements allow you to edit rows in a table. And lastly, where. Select column names from table name where column name operator value. Where is a clause that indicates you want to filter the result set to include only rows where the following condition is true. So we made it through their lovely glossary of SQL commands. Good to know. Are you still here? We most certainly are, in fact, still here. And we are diving into, let's clear. Do we need to clear anything? I don't think we need to clear anything. Don't mind that red check mark. We made it through their anecdote for the beginning, finally, for section 1 of 10. Let's do this. Instructions. Instruction 1. Let's begin by entering a SQL command in the code editor. Type select from celebs You will run all your SQL commands in this course by pressing the run button at the bottom of the code editor. Press run. So we've got query results, our database, our celebs table, 4 rows. I wonder what the 4 rows, oh, it must be the title and then the 3 rows of data. So this must be the 4th row. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and type out select asterisk from celebs semicolon and run. Ta-da, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. Oh, no, I was just wrong. That's ha-ha-ha. Not those 4 rows. We're talking about these 4 rows. I'm just a crazy person. So, celebs. Oh, this was the names of the columns. Gotcha. So, ID is an integer for this column. Name is text data for the middle column. And then lastly, age was integer again for, the ages. Good. And there's 4 people. They've got Bieber, Beyonce, Jeremy Lin, and Taylor Swift. Okay, we're good. We figured it out. Onwards. Section 2 of 10. More story time. 2 of 10. Relational databases. Select asterisks from celebs. Nice work. In one line of code, you returned information from a relational database. We'll take a look at what this code means soon. For now, let's focus on what relational databases are and how they're organized. A relational database is a database that organizes information into one or more tables. Here, the relational database contains one table. 2. A table is a collection of data organized into rows and columns. Tables are sometimes referred to as relations. Here, the table is celebs. 3, a column is a set of data values of a particular type. Here, ID, name, and age are each columns. 4, a row is a single record in a table. The first row in the celebs table has, for a row is a single record in a table. Yes, good. The first row in celebs table has an ID of 1, a name of Justin Bieber, and an age of 22. All data stored in a relational database is of a certain data type. Some of the most common data types are integers, positive, negative, whole number, text, a text string, date, a date formatted as year, all 4 digits, month, 2 digits, and day, 2 digits. As for the year, month, and day, yes, for year, month, and day, good. And then 4, real, which is a decimal value. So, with that sorted out, now that you have an understanding of what relational databases are, let's take a closer look at SQL syntax. Click Next to continue, and we're next in section 3 of 10. Create table name, column 1 data type, column 2 data type, and column 3 data type. The above code is a SQL statement. A statement is text that the database recognizes as a valid command. Statement always ends in a semicolon. Let's break down the components of a statement. Create table as a clause. Clauses perform specific tasks in SQL by convention. Clauses are written in capital letters. Clauses can also be referred to as commands. Table name refers to the name of the table that the command is applied to. Column 1 data type, column 2 and 3 is a parameter. A parameter is a list of columns, data types, or values that are passed to a clause as an argument. Here, the parameter is a list of column names and the associated data type. The structure, what's that, little cat? What are you doing? Yeah, you want scratches? Oh, look at you. Who's a good little kitty? You are. How was your nap? Good? Productive? Hopefully. All right, well, we're still only on page 3 of the, are you trying to assume the napping position below the desk? Princess, I love you. Oh, look at that. Who's so warm? You are. You're full of love. Let's get you under the desk into your napping position. Watch the claws. Yeah. Good, good. How you doing down there? Nice? Okay. She's good. Kitty crisis averted. Kind of furry now. Lots of fuzz. Holy hell. Bad kitty. What are we doing? Totally got sidetracked by little kitty. We were reading something. Probably the highlighted bit. Yeah. Parameter list of columns data. Here parameter is a list of column names, associated data types. Sure, the structure of SQL statements vary. The number of lines used do not matter. A statement can be written all on one line or split up across multiple lines if it makes it easier to read. In this course, you'll become familiar with the structure of common statements. Cool. Okay, instructions. Now that you have a good understanding of the SQL syntax, let's create a new table. In the code editor, create table, celebs, ID integer, name text, age integer. We will learn how to view this table in the next exercise after we've added some data to it. So we will do just that. Create table, celebs, semicolon, ID will be text, name, no, wrong, bad, Stephen, bad, integer, is that better? Yeah, that's better. Name, age, integer. I think that's all we need. That's all she wrote. Let's go ahead and run. And we're running, and we got a green check mark, so good enough. Continuing on. Section 4 of 10. Create table, celebs integer, ID integer, name text, and age integer. This create statement creates a new table in the database named celebs. You can use the create statement anytime you want to create a new data table from scratch. Create table is a clause that tells SQL you want to create a new table. Celebs is the name of the table. Integer ID, name text, age integer is a list of parameters defining each column in the table and its data type. ID is the first column of the table. It stores values of data type integer. Name is the second column. It stores value of data type text. Age is the third column in the table, and it stores the data type integer. Good. Instructions. 1. Add a row to the table. In the code editor, type blah, blah, blah. Insert, hey, let go of the highlighting. There we go. Add a row to the table. In the code editor, type insert into celebs, ID, name, age, values, 1, Justin Bieber, single quotes, 21. Okay. Insert, giggity, into celebs, ID, name, age, values, capital values. Values. Yes? Yeah, blue. Cool. Awesome. Probably a semicolon. Yeah, semicolon. 1, single quotes. Justin Bieber. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. And comma followed by 21. He was 22 a moment ago. Son of a... Curious case of Benjamin Button, right? Run it. Okay, 2. To view the row you just created under the insert statement, type select from celebs. Wasn't even listening. What's happening for the second instruction? After I highlighted it, totally blanked out. To view the row you just created. Okay, so to see all of that in its full glory, under the insert statement, type select all from celebs. Should it be right underneath? They said space didn't matter. What to do? We're going to do it on line 3. Select asterisk from celebs. And a semicolon to boot. Run it. Ta-da! Dee. Pretty cool. We've made a very tiny database table. That's what we did. All right, insert into celebs, ID, name, age, value, 1, Justin Bieber, 21. The insert statement inserts new rows into the table. You can insert statement when you want to add new records. Insert into is a clause that adds the specified row or rows. Celebs is the name of the table. The row is added to. ID, name, age is a parameter identifying the columns that the data will be inserted into. Values is a clause that indicates the data is being inserted. 1, Justin Bieber, 21, is a parameter identifying the values being inserted. 1 is an integer that will be used in that will be inserted into the ID column. Justin Bieber is text that will be inserted into the name column, and 21 is an integer that will be inserted into the age column. All right, add 3 more celebs to the table in the code editor. Type. We type all of that. We'll type the first one. We'll copy the other 2. Insert into celebs ID, name, age, and then values. Cool. This is kind of fun, right? No? I'm enjoying it, so, that's probably important. 2, single stuff. Oh, God, how does one spell Beyonce? Beyonce? Knowles. $33? Really? Huh. I thought she was younger. Maybe she's just perma-young in my mind. Thought it was late 20s. I guess we can't stay in our late 20s forever, but who knows? Alright. Curse Graphics, hey, how are you today? I am doing good. How are you doing? Yes, Beyonce, that is very true. We are dealing with Beyonce. Yes, we're doing awesome. We're doing sequel-y things. We're 138 days into our coding adventure, and what are we looking at now? Catalog. Black scrolling. So yeah, those are 2 new courses they added like 2 to 3 weeks ago. Yeah, so we made it a lot, and it's going well. We're chipping away at the first sequel course, then we've got a couple more in the next day couple days, and yeah, we're so close to the end of Codecademy, and we get to start doing our own side projects. Curse Graphics, I'm great. That is awesome. That is good to hear. Doing great is always tons of fun. Now, what were we doing? We got our first insert, so we typed out that one. We were just going to copy these. We were just to throw them in there. So there's that. Let's go ahead and run that. Cool. Green check mark. Now, 2, let's take a closer look at select. Under the insert statement, type select name from celebs will do. So we've got select name, so the column from celebs, our table, and we're running that. Oh god, no, we hit enter. Just kidding. Haha. Run down there. Good, good. And it brought up all the name. It brought up the name column with all 4. Yes. Bow to my will, celebs table. That's right. I control you now. Select name from celebs. Select statements are used to fetch data from a database. Here, select returns all data in the name column from the celebs table. 1. Select is a clause that indicates that the statement is a query. You will use select every time you query data from a database. 2. Name specifies the column to query data from, and from celebs specifies the name of the table to query data from. In this statement, data is queried from the celebs table. You can also query data from all columns in that table with select asterisk from celebs. Asterisk is a special wildcard character that we have been using. It also allows you to select every column in the table without having to name each one individually. Here, the results set contains every column in the celebs table. Select statements will always return a new table called the results set. Okay, cool. So, instructions. Now that you know how to add rows to the table, let's edit a row in the code editor. So now we're going to do update celebs, set age 22, where ID equals 1. Select all from the celebs table. Okay. Curse graphics. I'm going to have to check out Codecademy. Been trying to learn for a while, just haven't found the resource to learn the right way without blowing my brain up. No, Codecademy is good. Especially, I went about Codecademy kind of a strange way. It's good if you're just trying to learn like one thing or a small set. Like if you just wanted to get a taste of HTML and CSS to see how it functioned, and some JavaScript, like perfect. If you just want to get a feel for what jQuery is about, it's golden. You know, you can do JavaScript, some jQuery. I am trying to do all of these like individual courses. I've tried to force them together as one massive course, and it's not really set up to be that way. You're going to run into a lot of repetitive data, or not data, but repetitive information, which is both good and bad because it really hammers in the fundamentals, and you see the similar fundamentals across all the different language types, which has actually been pretty cool, at least from my perspective. That helps me see kind of where everything fits together and where things don't quite relate. But Codecademy has definitely been good. They've got intro courses like the Learn HTML and CSS Part 1, then also have more in-depth courses, just HTML and CSS. So yeah, there's that, similar to JavaScript. It's kind of has that preview icon. It's just like the really basic fundamentals, just get your mind going, and then they've got their full JavaScript course. But even these advanced, if you will, courses, their full-blown courses, they still just barely scratch the surface of the advanced concepts. I'm sure there are definitely more in-depth resources out there that can be found, but for getting the bowling, Codecademy is definitely a great place. Some languages here aren't exactly, Codecademy isn't the perfect environment to learn some languages. I kind of struggled grasping both Python and the Ruby courses. Now the Ruby courses, well, the Rails courses are currently, there's an issue with the Codecademy site, so yeah, when they're running, I'm sure it'll be better. but still, it just didn't really vibe all that well. But anyways, yeah, good time. So far, the sequel course seems to be going great, which is good. So yeah. Course graphics, very interesting. Looks great to get the base foundation learning done. Yeah, definitely. And that's kind of what I wanted to do. Obviously, streaming on Twitch. Long story short, I got a capture card that's way too good for my... well, it's not like I mean, it's decent. It's the Elgato HD60S. I just have such an old computer that I can't use that capture card with my old Mac Mini. So this streaming Codecademy, I needed to find something that I could stream to Twitch in the meantime. So I was like, hey, I want to learn how to code, so I'll just do that in the meantime until I can scrape together the funds to get a computer so I can stream games on Twitch. But yeah, so the beginning of my code journey was simply to try and get through all of Codecademy. So, and that's not really like kind of a goal because it's not meant to be one giant course. But we made it one, and 138 days later, here we are, forging ahead. Good times. All right. What were we doing? Section 6. Select. 6 of 10. Select statement always return a new select statements will always return a new table called the result set. Cool. Now that you know how to add rows to the table, let's edit a row. In the code editor, type, yes, update stuff. We got on a minor tangent there. My apologies. Update celebs. So we will be updating the celebs table. Set age equals to 22. Set age equal to 22, where ID equals 1. And then down here, we've got our select statement. Don't forget our semicolon. The almighty semicolon. And now we are selecting all. That's not select. There we go. That was questionable. I was like, you're not blue. From celebs. Beautiful, beautiful. And that gets a semicolon as well. We will run it. Kaboom. Look it was 21. We complained about it not being 22, and now we fixed it. All is right in the world. Cool. So it updated it, and then we queried it, and we brought up the results table. Query results. Tons of fun. All right. Section 7. 7 to 10. We are nearing the end. Update celeb. Set age equals 22, where ID equals 1. The update statement edits a row in the table. You can use the update statement when you want to change existing records. One update is a clause that edits a row in the table. Celebs is the name of the table, and set is a clause that indicates the column to edit. Age is the name of the column that is going to be updated. 22 is the new value that's going to be inserted into the age column. Where is a clause that indicates which row to update with the new column value. Here, the row with a 1 in the ID column is the row that will have the age updated to 22. Add a new column to the table in the code editor. Type alter table, celebs, add column, Twitter handle, text, and then select all. So we will piece that together. Alter table. Celebs, add column. Man, oh no, we're falling apart. Column. There we go. There we go. Twitter handle. Text. Do. All right, and we are selecting all. Select all from celebs. Semicolon life. And run. Hopefully the internet doesn't blow up. cool. Green check mark. The neighborhood is still not on fire. Hot damn. Look at that. Okay. So, alter table, celebs, add column, Twitter handle, text. Aha! Now we have a new column, Twitter handle, and it's currently empty. The alter table statement added a new column to the table. You can use this command when you want to add columns to a table. Alter table is a clause that lets you make the specified changes. Celebs is the name of the table that's being changed. Add column is a clause that lets you add a new column to the table. Twitter handle is the name of the new column being added, and text is the data type for the new column. 4. Null is a special value in SQL that represents missing or unknown data. Here, the rows that exist before the column was added have null values for Twitter handle. Update the table to include Taylor Swift's Twitter handle in the code editor. Type update celebs, set Twitter handle equals Taylor Swift 13, where ID equals 4. Select all from blah. We will go ahead and do that. Update celebs, beep better do do do. Set Twitter handle equals quotes at, not cattle, Taylor Swift 13, where ID equals quattro. Cool. And we are selecting select from okay. I think that should be kosher. Let's go ahead and run that. Kaboo, no. Oh god, red air everywhere. Not good. Save the children. Everything's on fire. I can't see the stupid air because my webcam is right in the way. Yeah. Air near line 1. Near update. Oh, I didn't spell update correctly. Yeah, we're missing a P hard. Yeah, there's a lack of P in our life. Despite how that sounds, that is currently a true statement. Shocking, right? Shift P, update. Okay, everything's blue, everything fun. We're gonna run it again, and hopefully there are far less casualties. So, run. Aha! Boom! Take that, Codecademy. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, 2. Delete all the rows that have a null value in the Twitter column. Above select. Yeah, so line 4. Delete from celebs where Twitter handle is null. Strange. Well, we'll do it. That's what they asked for. Delete from celebs where Twitter handle is null. So we're gonna run it. Yeah, that works. Delete from celebs where Twitter handle is null. So everyone who didn't have a Twitter handle just got eliminated. Fascinating. Okay. delete from celebs where Twitter handle is null. The delete from statement deletes one or more rows from a table. You can use this statement when you want to delete existing records. Delete from is a clause that lets you delete rows from a table. Celebs is the name of the table we want to delete rows from. Where is a clause that lets you select which rows you want to delete. Here we want to delete all rows where the Twitter handle column is null. Is null is a condition in SQL that returns true when the value is null and false otherwise. Instructions. In this lesson, we have learned SQL statements that create, edit, and delete data. In the upcoming lessons, we will learn how to use SQL to retrieve information from a database. Let's summarize what we've learned so far. Click next to continue, which we will most certainly do. All right, and some type of congratulatory badge. Congratulations, you learned 6 commands commonly used to manage data stored in a relational database. What can we generalize so far? What's that, little cat? Are you stretching? You good? Yeah? Okay. Just make sure we're all on the same page. There's a tiny cat sleeping in my lap below the desk. Yes, good. So, yeah. All right. Congratulations, generalizing, our favorite thing to do. SQL is a programming language designed to manipulate and manage data stored in a relational database. A relational database is a database that organizes information into one or more tables. A table is a collection of data organized into rows and columns. A statement is a string of characters that the database recognizes as a valid command. Create table, create a new table, insert into, adds a new role to a table, select, queries data from a table, update, edits a row in table, alter table, changes an existing table, and delete from, deletes rows from a table. Good, good, good. Up next, queries. Learn the most commonly used SQL commands to query a table in a database. All right, this will be saved for tomorrow. There are 12 sections. We're going to go ahead, leave that for day 139. In the meantime, we will read this little preview, and then we will check the stats as we conclude today, day 138. In this lesson, you will be learning different SQL commands to query a single table in a database. One of the core purposes of the SQL language is to retrieve information stored in a database. This is commonly referred to as querying. Queries allow us to communicate with the database by asking questions and having the result set to return data relevant to the question. In this lesson, you'll be querying a database with one table named movies. Let's get started tomorrow. That's right. So that'll be day 139. In the meantime, day 138 comes to an end. Let's check our stats. We are concluding day 138 at 25% of the way through Learn SQL with 1,613 points to our name and 223 badges. Good, good times. Thank you to all of those who stopped by to view the stream. Promisified and Curse Graphics, and to anyone else who may have come in either accidentally or by choice to view our stream. All views are greatly appreciated. And that's basically it for today. Let's go ahead and back out of Codecademy. And let's jump over to OBS. The adventure continues tomorrow, day 139. But in the meantime, we are stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.